Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crypto News. I know that this video is a little bit confusing to most of you guys. I've never done content like this, but this is something of a lot of interest to me when it comes to learning a little bit about history and learning a little bit about mythology and things that in our past um, were never really given to us uh, at the school level. Like when you do the educational system, you only get like um, let's just say a half-ass history of what reality really is. And I wanted to talk to you guys about the name America and where does it come from, and the mythology behind all of this. Um, People believing different things, and you know so I asked Gemini, the AI generated answering platform, or like a chat GPT type, and my question was, what is the name, or where is the land of the plumed serpent? Is it South and North America, including Central America? And this is what it answered. You're likely referring to the plumed serpent, often called the feathered serpent. And the answer is no. It does not refer to North and South America. The land of the plumed serpent specifically refers to the Mesoamerica, okay, a cultural region that covers central and southern Mexico, parts of Central America like Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador, and Honduras. Here's a breakdown of why this is a confusion exists, and where the features are actually found. So it gave me like a few answers, and here we go. Number one, the plumed serpent. Okay, the plumed serpent is a tradition of the name a specific deity. Okay, prominent in ancient Mexican and Central American culture. Here's a mixed bird, Quetzalcoatl, and rattlesnake's cloak. Okay, Aztecs, Central America, known as Quetzalcoatl; Maya, Yucatan, Guatemala, known as Kukulkan. Okay, this deity represents the connection between the earth, snake, and the sky, bird, feathered. Okay, while Mexico, technically part of North America continent, okay, the cultural worship of a specific god stops throughly through the United States border of North America and Honduras, El Salvador, and South America. The flying dragon, listen to what this thing is letting us know. So there's three different types of this feathered serpent or dragon or Yossi. This is amazing. So the flying dragon, South America, okay. The confusion about all of South America likely comes from the similar and distinct features of Andean mythology, Inca, um, Tiwanaku cultures in Peru and Bolivia. The Amaru, listen up, the Amaru is a huge double-headed serpent often depicted with wings or bird features like condor wings and llama heads. So it has two it has two heads, it's serpentine like, and it has wings. Okay, according to these um, ancient what were we saying here? South America. Yes. So Incas, Tiwanaku culture, Peru and Bolivia, they believed in the double-headed wing um, dragon. Okay. It is much closer to a flying dragon and it appears in Quetzalcoatls. The confusion becomes both North and Central America, Quetzalcoatl, and the South American Amaru have flying snake gods. It is easy to conflate, I've never heard of that word, them into a single land dragon covering both continents. However, they are different between one from another, different civilization. The the Ameriruca, the Ameriruca misconception, okay, there is a powerful alternative theory, often rejected by historians, that the America comes from Amaruca, which some claim translate to the land of the plumed serpent, an indigenous language. And so America, okay, comes from Amaruca, okay, which claims to translate to the land of the plumed serpent in indigenous language. If you hear that America means land of the plumed serpent, this is likely where that idea comes from. Most historians agree that America is from the explorer Amerigo Vespucci. In summary, land of the plumed serpent, Mesoamerica, Mexico, Guatemala, Belize. Land of Amaru, dragon, okay, comes from the Andes, Peru, Bolivia, and Ecuador. The North American and U.S. Canada has a horned serpent myth, but they are generally distinct from the plumed serpent. So now we're talking that the whole American continent, from South, Central, and North America, they all have a serpentine-like god or deity or whatever the hell this is. And so I asked it, why didn't you input the horned serpent from America? And this is what it said. The horned serpent is a major figure in North American mythology, appearing in stories in many indigenous culture across the United States and Canada, particularly Eastern Woodlands like the Great Lakes and the Plains. While the Mesoamerican Plumed Serpent from Quetzalcoatl represents the union of earth and sky, snake and bird, the North American Horned Serpent is almost exclusively a spirit of water and the underground. Here's a history and mythology of the Horned Serpent. In ancient rivalries, thunder versus water, many traditions such as the Ojibwe, Algonquin, and Haudenosaunee, the word is balanced between a massive eternal war between two great powers, the Thunderbirds and the Horned Serpents. So guys, I asked it to give me a representation of this three gods or these three serpentine types of deities, and this is what it gave me. As you can see, you have the one with the horn right here. This is from North America, from the waters, Great Lakes, the plains area. It has a diamond, if you can see it right there. It has like a diamond in the middle of between the third eye. The Mesoamerican serpent god, feathered, and the South American two-headed dragon. I thought this was pretty fascinating. So, yeah, sorry for the pronunciation. Some of these Indian names I could not pronounce correctly, but I love this history stuff, and I love this Indian mythology, and I think it's great. I think we need to learn more about things like this and where these things come from, and a little more about our own history, especially if you are Spanish Indigenous or from South America, anywhere in the Americas, whether you're in North America, South America, Central America. We should learn more about those histories that, a lot of the um, Spaniards, when they brought in Catholicism and they brought in, like, their new religion to these lands that they did not discover, they just, conquered. So I think it's amazing that all of this was, put to the stake because of what they believed in. But with that said, guys, this is amazing. Let's start reading up on our history. Let's start, stop the division, stop the everything that's going on. I wanted to just, read up on some of this. And my next video, I am going to be putting a video on language and how Spanish was in the United States before English was. So therefore, um, everybody in the United States should be bilingual, speaking Spanish first and then English, because I believe the Spaniards were in Florida and in just about all of the United States. Well, at least the United States should be speaking at least French, since Canada also speaks French. So I just find it funny that America says that English is their language when most of them are immigrants as well, and they don't even speak their native tongue where they came from. So most of them migrated from England, Germany, and Austria, and all of these other European countries, and they don't even speak those native languages where they're from. So I just find that totally hilarious. And yeah, we're gonna do a next video about how the Louisiana Purchase was done, and Mexico and all of that. So if you live in California, you better know how to speak Spanish, because that was Spanish country. I just find it funny because right now I'm looking at the news and everything is about how the show was in Spanish, and they're appalled. How are you going to be speaking that Spanish? I think it's fucking hilarious. Thank you guys, and hopefully you guys get to log in for another history lesson, and I'll work on my reading. I promise I work on my reading. Love you guys. Stay tuned.